Welcome to Mikey Ice TV again. I'm about to do an interview with a brother by the name of B-Boy Gil, representing Concrete All Stars out here in Los Angeles, California. This should be an interesting one for the history books, and I'm just going to keep going down the line every day, week after week, until I solve this puzzle of breaking and putting it all together. And I hope that you guys learn something from this. And just stay tuned. I got a lot of B-girls coming up, a lot of legendary dancers though too, hip-hop dancers, DJ, graffiti writers, all of it. So I'm hoping that you guys enjoy the interviews that I do. So let's wait for B-Boy Gil to get on from Concrete All Stars, and then we can get it started. Just waiting for Gil.
Yo, what up, Mikey?
What's going on, bro?
Good to see you, man. How's it going?
Pretty good. Let me try to see if I can get this
Mikey, you're frozen. You're really a Mikey Ice now.
Okay.
Oh, yo, what up?
What's going on, Gil, bro? I haven't seen you in forever.
Oh man, just chilling, bro. It's good to see you. It's been a hot minute since before the quarantine, huh?
Yeah, you don't go to the regular juice practices, huh?
I haven't made it back yet, man. I used to run that practice. You know what I mean? Or I used to work at that practice, but no, I haven't made it back yet. But I want to. Yo, peace to my homie iRock. Peace to my friend Elizabeth. She's up in here too. Just want to say peace to all my peeps.
Yeah. So yeah, Gil, introduce yourself to my audience too, bro. Let them know your resume and when you got down with breaking.
Oh yeah, for sure. Thanks, bro. My name is B-Boy.
Hmm.
I'm down with the Concrete All Stars down out here in Los Angeles. My original crew, where I'm from in Seattle, Washington, is called BYC. Um, I used to
Ooh,
I used to live in Hawaii for a while. While I lived in Hawaii, I got down with the Red Eye Jedis. That was my crew out there, and
wow.
all those crews are still my brothers and sisters, and we're all still pretty close. And we all at least keep in touch, even if we're not close. And some of us are still like pretty much best friends. So, what I've been out here in LA for about 11 years now, and
Okay.
yeah, man, I just do a lot of work teaching, and I'm also a graffiti artist. So a lot of the time
Hmm.
I'm either teaching about breaking or I'm teaching about graffiti, and then painting a lot of murals and doing a lot of like shows and performances and stuff like that.
So you know East too, right, from Hawaii?
Oh man, I don't know him that well, but I know of him. I met him a couple times. He's dope. That guy's legendary.
Yeah. I met East probably like back in 1990. I want to say like around 98 when he was down with Hawaii Rocksteady.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang, that's dope.
So yeah, Gil. So how long have you been breaking though, bro? Like, cause I met you probably about like 5 years ago.
Yeah, totally. I've been breaking on and off for probably like 20, we're in 2023, probably like 24 years.
Wow, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I started really slowly. I think I first learned my first couple moves like when I was in like Taekwondo class when I was like 12 or 13. And then when I was in high school, that was when I actually started like practicing and learning breaking and learning what it was, you know?
Okay. So when you were first coming up, like who were like how did you first get introduced to breaking though? Like when's the first time did you see it?
Oh, oh man. The first time that I saw breaking in person,
Hmm.
I was at elementary and basically I was in the talent show because I knew how to do magic tricks. My dad was a magician, right?
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, thanks, man. So in fifth grade, I was in a talent show, and these two brothers, they were Samoan, and they were twin brothers. Their name was Eric and Marcus, and they came out in the talent show, and they started breaking, and they had a whole routine. They were twin brothers, like breaking, popping, and locking,
Yeah.
as fifth graders, and they were fucking ill. And man, that just blew my mind. I was like, I had kind of seen it before on TV or something, and then they did it in person, and I knew them from my class, and I was just like asking them, like, "Yo, dude, like, how did you guys learn how to do this? This is crazy." And they're like, "Oh, we learned from our uncles and stuff." So yeah, that was the
Mhm.
first time I ever saw breaking in person.
Do you remember what year that was?
Oh man, I was in fifth grade, so it's probably like, probably like 1997, dude.
I love it, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's tight, Gil.
Thanks.
I learned, bro, like honestly, like on my platform, like most of the people that come out of like that was really down with breaking come out of it like in the early 90s,
Hmm.
you know? And I think it's a beautiful thing though, bro, that we're actually getting older and still being able to evolve with the culture.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's a blessing, bro.
So so when you got down with Concrete All Stars, I remember the first time I heard about Concrete
Hmm.
is when I see Casper and Smurf on Hollywood
Dope.
Boulevard. Yeah, and they told me they had a crew called Concrete All Stars. Now it's probably like around 2007.
Oh wow, dope.
Yeah. Were you out here at this time?
No, not yet. I came in 2012. I moved here.
Oh, 2012. Okay.
Yeah, so I got down later though. Damn, what year did I get down? I like basically when I came here, as far as breaking
Hmm.
goes, that was my main friend group. You know what I mean? Like those are my
Okay.
boys. That's who I would practice with. That's who I would chill with, and they were my main friend group. And so I kind of just didn't really feel a need to get down with them as far as become a member. I already knew I was a part of their family in a sense. And
Hmm.
later on, I think probably like 2017 or 2018 was when I actually just joined because I went through a period of time where I couldn't break for like 2 years because I blew up my knee. So
Oh.
like yeah, so when I came back from that, I felt like okay, this is serious. I could break again. Like now it's time to like really just really cherish this and take it serious and kind of like get down with Concrete All Stars because they're like I'm already fam with them and I should represent that shit.
Was this the time when Casper and Smurf was still active with it?
A little bit, a little bit. I was definitely
Yeah.
one of the last times that I know of Smurf battling out. We all battled together. You know what I'm saying at LA Breakers anniversary.
Okay. You know what's interesting, Gil? I remember I was in Modesto
Oh,
and I had a Zulu medallion on, and some dude kept staring at me though, bro. He just kept staring at me, and he walked up to me. He's like, "What's up?" He's like, "Are you in Zulu?" I said, "I am."
uh-huh.
He said, "I represent Concrete All Star." I said, "What's your name?" He said, "Too Sweet."
Oh, sick. When was
Yeah, he called
this?
me out though, bro. He called me out.
Damn, that's crazy. When was that?
This was like in Modesto, like around 2000. I want to say like around 2011 or 12.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, that's his name though, right? Is Too Sweet, right?
I don't know. I know he's from New York, but I actually didn't know he was down with us.
No, not too not Too Sweet.
Semi Smooth.
Um Mexican dude. He used to kind of have like a lot of tattoos all over his chest. He dances out in Venice though. I think his name was Too Sweet or Sweet Too.
Oh, Sweet Feet.
There we go. I'm
Talking about
sorry,
boy,
bro.
Sweet
Sweet
Feet.
Feet.
Yeah, totally. And he's definitely that type of guy. He'll call you out.
Yeah.
But he's a cool dude deep down. That guy is like, yo, that guy's a brother, man. I used to do street shows with him out in Hollywood and Highland when I first came here too.
Yeah. I remember we went at it though, bro. Like I was kind of heated that he called me out, but I respected that he wanted to call me out because I learned in the b-boy battle when somebody call you out like as a b-boy, you can never really say like, nah, I don't want to do it.
Now, really, you better have a good excuse, you know, if you do.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
have a good
I
reason.
remember that. So Gil, what else have you been doing like since like when the pandemic had closed down everything? What did you do? Because I haven't seen you in almost like 3 years.
Yeah, totally, bro.
How was life for you?
Man, I mean, you know, I was like everybody else. I was going through it. I was really stressed out, and I was really
Yeah.
anxious about the state of the world and what's happening. And
Hmm.
I'm really, really lucky, really blessed, like because of where I lived at the time. I lived in a I lived in an artist loft space in a big ass warehouse. And
Oh,
so my crib
okay.
was like an art gallery, and we had a graffiti shop in the garage. And so in that part of town where that's at is all there's graffiti everywhere. So at that time, I really started going heavy with graph, right?
Mm,
So that was dope. I would say that was like my main outlet. I would just be
okay.
like gearing up and painting walls. I'd be in the crib making paintings for people, doing commission paintings for people. You know,
Mm,
I teamed up with a couple of nonprofit organizations that were still doing work in that time. So that was how I was able to like make some bread, as well as taking that government assistance. You know, that helped. So yeah, man, I was just painting like all the time, and then I would honestly the people that I was practicing with that I was really thankful for is my boy Panda Rock, also known as Yax,
okay.
DJ Yax, and I would go over to the apartment where he was staying with our homie Hayato, and I would just
Oh,
train with them at least 2-3 times a week, and that was just man, that was like basically my one physical activity, so that shit was really beneficial for me, man. Like I really needed that.
yeah. So you're really deep into graffiti then, I see.
Yeah, definitely.
That's pretty awesome though,
Thank you.
bro. Like I got a chance to speak to Cornbread.
Oh, dope. That's an origin. That's one of the original first writers, dude.
Yeah, I got a chance to speak to Cornbread. Like we were talking about graffiti. I got a chance to speak to Scheme
Oh,
too
wow.
from New York,
Mm-hmm. He's one of the.
and T Kid. Yeah, and T Kid.
Oh shit, nice.
Yeah, I've always admired graffiti though. Gil, I remember the first time that I seen the piece is when I was watching B Street though, bro. You know that when I seen it when it was doing the train and he was like, "Yo, let's do the other side," and I was like, "Yo," like I was really tripping on that, you know. But I've always admired graffiti. I think my favorite crew in Los Angeles is CBS.
Oh yeah, yeah. CBS is legendary. I know a few of them, and
Oh, you do?
yeah, they're a legendary crew, and the people that I know, they're legendary people too. So they're pretty crazy as far as like skill level, brotherhood, you know,
Hmm.
and taking graffiti serious, good way,
Yes,
not a bad way.
yes.
You know what I mean? Because I think anything like graffiti, breaking, or anything that you can do it and uphold it and honor it, like that's showing people it in a better light, and that's to me what I mean when I say like taking it serious.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
So you know who you met Hex one too?
yeah. Hex is the man. I have met that guy. He's another one. He's a big time legend, bro.
I love his characters, bro. What I like about Hex that he always adds the b-boy element. You can see the b-boy with the nameplate belt, the
Oh,
Pumas with the fat laces. Like he still keeps it with the ski goggles. Like to me, that's some real shit though, right there though, bro. I've always admired that.
yeah, bro. No, 100%.
Yeah. So Gil, when you first got involved with breaking, what was some of the crews that inspired you that you liked back in the day?
Yeah, Seattle, like, um, definitely Massive Monkeys, right?
Okay.
Circle of Fire.
Yes.
You know, they were huge, and there I would say after them, the other crew that was really important for me is called Battle Reflex.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what about Devious Crew with Fever?
Oh man, by the time I started, those people were kind of trailing off. I think
Okay.
I seen some of the remainders of DVS that was kind of still around. You know what I mean? And DVS crew, as far as graffiti, is still around, and I have met a lot of them too.
Oh,
So
okay.
like yeah, like for example, like Sneak, Hughes, Paul. um, they still got those guys still get down, especially Sneak, you know, but not with breaking. They like pay shit.
Mhm.
So yeah, so
Okay.
like it was like massive Circle of Fire, and then my crew kind of came out, and then another crew that came out around the same time was Battle Reflex, and Battle Reflex was always like our really close homies. That was like our brother crew kind of thing.
I was gonna ask you, what about Boss Crew?
Yeah, Boss was another one. Like when they kind of like fizzled out, I think was right when I started, and so some of those Boss people that continued like moved on and became a part of Massive.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
Man, yo, okay.
yeah.
That's so dope.
Well, but and two, I just want to say like those two older crews were really like really instrumental for me because both of them I learned so much from watching them, and they were both really cool, and they were both like both of them had members that we would talk to on a regular basis who would teach us stuff sometimes and kind of help us out and give us guidance as toys. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta big them up because Circle of Fire was really all about like vibing out and fusing other elements of dance into
Yes.
house and capoeira and lofting and just doing other party dances and really vibing out for like a whole night like making a cipher last like a whole freaking session
Mm.
and then like 110% b-boy. Everyone has an original style. Everyone breaks crispy clean within the style of breaking and everybody's like part of this unit and they look like a unit and they act like a unit, you know what I mean? So both of those
Mm.
crews had such a great archetype to their style.
Mm. Yeah, that is true though when you talk about that. Um, I just also wanted to ask you though, like when you were coming up, did you hear about Style Elements though too?
Oh, of course, bro. Stallions was the shit. I saw them in videos. I would see them in like yeah, like the tribal video and
Yeah,
the freestyle session video, you know what I mean? The VHS.
yeah. So you seen the first video, Strategic Monster?
I don't think I seen that one. I remember I had the banana slug one.
Oh, bro, you got to see the first video. I'll send you the link to it though, bro. You got to see the first one.
Yeah, please. I love watching that stuff.
Yeah. So was Style Elements was it like a huge inspiration for you too as well? Because a lot of people do say that they were.
For sure. Dude, like one of the first battles that I seen on tape was that B-Boy Summit.
I was there.
Oh, yep. Oh, that's so dope. Oh, that's so dope. You saw it in person. Like, so yeah, when Style Elements battled, who was that? Rocksteady Crew.
Hmm.
I was at all those rounds, like, whoa, like these guys are legends. Like, this is crazy. Who are these people? That was when I started breaking.
Dang, that's so tight though.
Yeah.
Did you,
Thanks.
so did you get a chance to meet any of the guys too from Style Elements?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I met a bunch of them. I met Crumbs, Remind. I know Stuntman. I know
Yeah.
Frankie. Me and together every Wednesday. I know Pandora. She's super cool. I've worked with Crumbs and traveled with Crumbs. What was I just gonna say? I mean, I remember when I was on tour, I sent J Rock some tickets to the show that I was in. Like I had just dropped. I wasn't in it no more, but I knew they were going to where he was at, and I was talking to him on IG, and I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna just send you some tickets, man. Go check out the show." So that was cool. It's like I never met him in person. I only talked to him on Instagram, probably.
Okay. Yeah. Hey Gil, so you said that you were a part of running the Juice organization though, right?
Yeah.
Like how did you get involved with that? Because when I first met you, like that's why I seen you at Juice though. Like how did you first get involved with that?
Yeah, totally. I used to be the graffiti art and break-in
Oh,
facilitator there.
yes. I remember that.
Thanks, man. I know you're a regular. You came every week.
I live right down the street from, and I was loving that. You know what? That time though, Gil was so awesome, bro. Because I only stayed like I'm like a 5 minute walk away from the
Yep.
park, and I remember I was there every Saturday though, dude. To me, it was like it was home, and I remember when I first came there, like you were so cool with me though, bro. And that's the reason why I wanted to do this interview with you because my first impression with you was it was like it's like if you knew who I was. So did you know who I was before I came to Juice, or you just kind of started figuring out who I was when I started showing up bi-weekly?
Um, um, I recognized you, like I recognized you because I know that I came
Hmm.
before I moved to LA. I came to Freestyle Session, and then I went to the Funky Soul after party of 2011, and I was rocking with you, bro. I was fucking I seen you like this. You know what I mean? So that and came in. Somebody later on told me that's Mikey Ice, and I knew he worked because I was following
That's
YouTube and I was watching all the VHS tapes you were posting, and I was like, oh,
that's crazy.
it's okay. You know what I mean? So I slowly figured it out who you were.
How was that night? Did me and you go at it, or we were just like we did?
We were just rocking, bro. It was just like everybody started rocking, and I was just rocking against you. That was it.
What did you think in your mind though when you was rocking with me on the other side? Were you thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get this dude?
Yeah, totally. Well, at that time I lived in Hawaii, and I was just visiting LA. So
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna rock this dude right now.
That's tight, man. You have a good memory because I do remember that night now.
Right? It was lit, bro. That was a fun night.
I thought you was dope though too though, bro. Like I remember appreciating your style though. I was like, you know what? This guy's clean. That's what I really thought.
Oh man, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Gil though, bro. You've always gave me good vibes though. One thing I really liked about you was that your footwork was clean, your transitions was clean. Like it's like you knew, it's like you know the vocabulary to breaking. Like you wasn't just like a new jack trying to put pieces together. I can tell your style was like it was already like formulated and it had like flavor to it. I've always wanted to share that with you.
Oh man, thank
I've
you, bro.
always I've always admired the way that you dance.
Thanks, bro. Oh, dude, I appreciate it so much, man. Because you're like a curator of the footage and the history. So I really appreciate that you recognize that, man. Thank you, and same to you too. Like you're a guy that I know I can always like count on you to be able to like challenge you and battle you a little bit, and it's always like a good exchange, and
Yeah,
it's not like just an exercise. You know what I'm saying? Strictly out of respect.
yeah.
So, hell yeah, bro.
Thank you for even thank you for even doing that though, Gil, man. Like that makes me feel good because like I'm the type of person, even though I've been breaking forever, I like when somebody steps up and say, you know what, like I'm the new dude, like what's up? Because to me, it's like I stay ready. I stay ready though, bro. So when you called me out or when we was exchanging, I was like, finally somebody stepping up. I really like that.
Sick. That's what's
Because
up.
most people like they're like they'll after a while they'll just be like, nah, I'm not messing with this dude though, because they kind of know my history though. Like I've been with the Top Rock and the Up Rock gang for a while since I was a kid. I started breaking when I was 12. Yeah, yeah. Is it like what's that again, Gil?
What region are you from originally?
I was born in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah, but the thing is that we moved away. We moved away like in the 80s because of the gang situation. Because I used to live in South Central, so my family moved us up north to a little town called Madera. Madera is right next to Fresno, California,
yep.
and that's how I found out about like other crews like Soul Control, and then eventually Modesto's like an hour away, and then that's when I met Ivan.
Oh, sick. Wow, that's
Yeah.
that's
When when I met those guys, Gil, to be honest though, like it wasn't even a crew yet. Like Style Limits was just it wasn't even Style Limits, it was just a bunch of friends that I would go to Modesto and I would run into Ramon and Ariston, which is Ramon. He had a friend with him all the time. His name was Boogie T.
oh,
You remember
oh.
Boogie T?
I think I might have seen footage of him, dude. Yeah, no, yeah, he used to be down with them, right? Way back then. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I met Boogie T and then Boogie T and then eventually Super Dave and then everybody we all just kind of met up at this dance and then we just started like exchanging like formulas and flavors though, bro. And I remember one day I went to a Radiotron and they was this like we're gonna enter in Style Elements and I was like, all right, and then from there they won that battle, and then they went to the Radiotron Championship, and they battled the Renegades, and then their career just took off, though, bro. Like,
That's dope.
yeah,
That's crazy. Yeah, those battles are nuts. There's
Do you still have VHSs, Gil? You have any of that stuff?
I have a couple here and there. Like I have some like non B-boy ones, and I think probably back at my mom's house I probably have some a few VHSs and DVDs like stashed at her crib.
Hmm.
But yeah.
So I've noticed too, back in the day, you traveled outside the country, though. I think you went somewhere with Steven, though, right? Colombia?
Oh yeah, no, we went to Steve and I went to Ecuador and we went to Guatemala.
Oh, can you tell me a little bit about that? How was that experience?
Yeah, man, for sure, bro. Those
Yeah.
experiences were amazing. They were huge, just huge blessings. Basically, I had a friend who had a connection with the U.S. Embassy in Ecuador. And
Mm.
yeah, at that time, the U.S. Embassy was looking for a group of teaching artists to do a cultural exchange. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what happened. We did the cultural exchange. We had a group. It was like all everybody was dancers, and then me and Steven were like the graffiti artists, because Steven's a
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, it was ill. So we went out there to Ecuador and we taught a bunch of murals, painted a bunch of workshops. We choreographed and performed this show, and then I think the people from that embassy talked to the people from the U.S. Embassy in Guatemala, and then they heard about us, and then they called upon us a couple years later and were like, "Hey, we heard about what you did in Ecuador. We heard it was really good. It went well. So we want this, you know, a program in Guatemala." So we did it, man. It was dope.
Mm. And those are your two trips that you went out the country?
Oh no, I've been out the country a bunch of times, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've done a lot.
Was
Those
it for?
specifically like cultural exchanges sponsored by the U.S. Department of State and the embassy. So those were like really dope ass jobs because you get paid really good and you they treat you like you're
Mm.
at. So you're everywhere you go, you're in an embassy vehicle and you have a driver and you it's pretty cool. And also the way that those local communities and the hip hop community opens up to you is really dope, really special, and really like unique to those countries. So yeah, man,
Yeah.
really that was a really good job for us to have.
Oh, that's so dope, man, Gil. Gil, I was gonna ask you, how do you feel about the b-boy scene today, though, bro? You've been breaking 20 years and longer.
Yeah.
Like, what's your personal opinion on the scene today? Do you like it, or do you kind of wish that some things were kind of like how it used to be back in the day?
Yeah. I, and I think it's so there's so much to it, and it's also a regional thing. You
Yeah.
know, I think here in LA, the b boy scene is pretty damn dope. You know, there's always like amazing people out here, and there's so many different sections to it and areas and regions you could be in. You know, if you're in LA, you're not that far from all the surrounding areas, the IE, Orange County, and all that stuff, and then you also have access to San Diego and the Bay Area. You know,
Yeah.
between all that region, like all of California, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of people.
Hmm.
I think it's really dope how how b-boying is kind of like now it's a lot more polished. You know,
You think so?
I do. I think that b-boys themselves are a lot more like staying out of trouble than when I started, and
Yeah.
like and a lot more like I came from college, like I learned at my college kind of thing. We like that's dope. Not everybody's like that, but there's a lot of like
Right.
college clubs. There's a lot of dance studios that are involved, and there's a lot of b-boys and b-girls getting involved in dance studios and in those big places where they can teach a lot of students. I think that's really powerful. I think now there's probably more people breaking than ever, and that's really amazing. Um,
Hmm.
that a lot of the original essence and the soul has left from it. Um,
Hmm.
you know, like definitely there's a huge influence to me. The corporate influence is okay, but there are some negative side effects, and one of those is taking the soul out of the music.
Oh, Gil, bro, I feel
You know what
that.
I mean?
I feel that big time, and to me, that's a big blow.
Yeah.
Is when you write when you're taking the soul out of the music.
Hmm. Right, because you can't play those classic break anthems and classic break.
No.
Yeah, but big ups to people like DJ Fleg, DJ Lean Rock, all the DJs that are pushing that envelope to make their own breaks that are still funky and soulful. Big ups to my roommate Elijah Beats. He does that too. So
Okay.
it's another bridge that we're crossing right now of sport culture. Breaking
Yeah.
sport and trying to bring the soul and the community and the vibe, the real vibe of hip hop with that. So.
Do you feel like today that a lot of b-boys are starting to establish their own brands and stuff like that too as well?
Definitely, and I think that's great. I think that it's so natural for us to do that. That's kind of how we are. That's one of the things that in our generation. I mean, your generation is a little before mine, but
Right.
between yours to mine is like personal style, being original, creating your own stuff, creating your own original stuff. You know what I mean? Is
Mm-hmm.
like because that's a huge value for us and it's something that we're like obsessed with. It's only natural for us to come out with our own clothing lines and even with the style of moves, like b-boys are like a brand, you know.
Yes.
And nowadays I think it's a lot more easy for people to consume that because they can take your workshop or they could take your class online or they could do a Zoom lesson with you
I
or something.
know.
It's different, but I think it's still good.
Yeah. And then the level of the B girls. The
Oh,
B girls level went up big time though, bro.
yes. And I love that. I'm so happy for that. Like the B girls
Yeah.
um and also other regions of the world, other regions, like regions that didn't have breaking, now they're breaking. And they have both. Like they have all the B boys and they have these B girls too that are just crushing it. I love it so much.
Hmm. Who do you like from the B girls today? Who do you have any favorites?
Oh man, yes, I do. I love my homie B Girl Snap. Shout out to B Girl Snap. That's one of my favorites because she just snaps on people. She's really hard when she breaks. She doesn't hold anything. It, it's she's just freaking amazing. So Snap, one person I've never met, but I can't front. I'm a huge fan. I think she's dope, and I think that she's her her style and her presence is so iconic and so fresh is Pepsi. I think Pepsi's so sick. You know that?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
yeah. She's super dope. Yeah, she has great everything. Her approach, her energy, her whole styles is super dope for me. I love
Mhm.
Japanese girls. Watching the sisters, Ami and
Oh, yes. I didn't know there were sisters.
IU. Woo, those two are crazy.
Who is that?
Ami and her sister IU.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those two. I thought they were just best friends.
And I'm pretty sure they're sisters, dude. I
What's up,
maybe,
Marcos? Yeah.
but yeah, they're sick with it.
Yeah. I like their style though, bro. I like the girl too from Hustle Kids, India, the one that she won the Big
Oh,
Girl Championship.
yeah, yes.
This is the level is just so crazy though. The kids is crazy.
Uh-huh.
Um, everything is just really it's really looking good though. Like what's your take on like breaking transcending into the Olympics though? Like how do you personally feel about that?
Man, I think that overall it's a positive thing because it's gonna raise people's awareness about this culture and
Hmm.
draw the positive attention that I think breaking deserves it. I think B boys and B girls like we deserve it, because most of the people that I know that braked or that I ever knew that braked didn't do it as a job. They just did it because they love it and because it brings them closer to some form of positivity and some positive identity that then they share with other people and connect. So I think it's like we created this thing.
Hmm.
Now we gifted it to the world so the world can experience it. And now we get to be respected and have jobs as this thing. If we're professional, you know what I mean?
Right there, you said it. That part, like, well, get into that. Like, can you break that down a little bit more when you say like being like professional, meaning like carrying yourself professional,
Yeah.
or what? What? Can you explain a little bit more when you say being professional?
Yeah, definitely. I think it just depends on what. Once again, the beauty of it is very personal. Some people that I observe getting involved, so that's a corporate environment. That's like totally different. Like for me, I'm very professional. My most of my work environments are in education, the nonprofit sector,
Hmm.
performance and entertainment. I mean, I've done a lot of the major league sports. So I would just say, in my experience, it's about really like first and foremost being observant
Mm.
and looking at, okay, where am I at? Who are who is really around me? You might even want to ask, if you know somebody, feel comfortable asking, be like, who is that person? What do they do? Because a lot of time you're around people that are pretty powerful and are pretty high up, and I think that it always helps in those settings to be super professional, somebody that stands
Yeah.
in a positive light. Because when they know that you're good, they're gonna be like, oh, that guy's good. Call him again. No, Mikey Ice, dude, that guy's really professional. He's like sharp. He knows what he's talking about, and he's like really
Yeah.
cool. Likes him. You know what I mean? Like, let's get him again.
Yes.
People start to refer you. They start to give your number to somebody else who asked. And so that's one huge thing about professionalism. It's like,
Hmm.
you want to always look at, if you get a job and you like that job. Let's say you break and you got a gig. Maybe you booked a commercial, you booked a whatever, a show, whatever, something where it's getting paid. Really analyze that situation. If you like that situation, look at that first gig as, if you nail this, you'll get your next 10 gigs.
Oh, yes.
Like, treat it that serious, because it really might be that. If you nail that and everyone's impressed with you and the footage is good and you killed it and everybody saw it, yo, that could be your platform. You know what I mean? Because people might see you who want to hire you for the next thing, or people might work with you on that and go, yo, that guy was so professional, he was so good, get him for the next thing.
Hmm. That's smart, Gil. I like how you said that, though, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, you're professional. Gil, so what are your future goals for 2023? Do you have anything that you're striving for?
I do.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, totally. I wanna tour internationally. I've been applying for some opportunities that are gonna help me to do that. I want to do mural commissions on a higher level. My goal is, basically, I want to get. I've already done some murals where I got paid like good. I want to do a mural where I get paid like $50,000 at least. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a big benchmark, but I want to hit that. I want to get to that. I know it's possible. So
Hmm.
big art career one, and then I have other little ones. Like, I want to battle again. You know what I mean? I want to get in some jams and enter a battle. Like, maybe enter a one-on-one. Maybe try to enter a crew battle with my crew and the whole team. Stuff like that. Yeah. I want to be fit. I want to have that cardio so I can go rounds.
Right, right. So how long Concrete All Stars just had an anniversary though, right?
Man, well, we haven't had our anniversary jam. We haven't had since before COVID. But yeah, I think now we did our crew anniversaries in August. So I think the last event we threw was 16 years. That was 4 years ago. So now it's almost been 20 years, dude.
I thought I seen something over the weekend where Concrete was involved
Yeah,
with it.
yeah, that was Break LA. That's Muneki's jam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was dope. I was there. We did a graffiti wall at that one. It was tight.
Man, have you ever got a chance to paint with Easy Rock?
Yeah, hell yeah. That's my boy, dude. That's like my big brother, man.
Yeah, Easy Rock is dope with the cans though, bro.
Yeah, that guy's a mastermind. He's one of those people that's so crafty. He can do, like, he does a lot of other types of art that people are not aware of. Like, he could paint graffiti. That guy can customize freaking cars and motorcycles. He could build stuff out of wood and metal. Like, he's crazy. Like, I remember going to his crib, and in his garage, it's like a sick artist studio. Like, this
Really?
guy has fucking Star Wars helmets, and he made them by hand.
Yo.
Bro, crazy.
Oh, oh man, that's so crazy though.
Yeah.
So like if like people maybe somebody watching this though, like they want to be involved with graffiti though, or like try to get some understanding, what advice would you give to them, like to take the first steps to get involved with graffiti art?
Yeah, man. Wow, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
I would say, first of all, be aware of your surroundings, know where you're at. If you're here in Los Angeles, for example, Mikey Ice's neighborhood, MacArthur Park, you know what I'm saying? That neighborhood, I used to live there too. Right when So you want to know where you're at as far as where and when to be doing graffiti. And I think
Yeah.
the best ways to do that are to just ask older people that do it that you think are trustworthy, reliable, people that you think are safe. Like I'm a safe person. If anybody's watching this and you have questions about that type of stuff, yo, just DM me, hit me up. You know, respectfully hit them up, ask them like, hey, I'm interested in this. Like about this, what's my first steps, because it's a very personal thing. Everybody's different. I would say like have a black book and be drawing everything in your black book, like everything you got ideas for, like sketches, colors, like freaking everything. And then when you have your number one most best whatever, your best tag, you're like, this is the tag that I can go off with. Like this is the tag I can start with, like refine the best it could be and just start getting it up.
Mhm.
No, and same thing, your bubble letters, your straight letters, your pieces, like everything. The book is like your freaking the blueprint. You're gonna put it in there and perfect it. And when you feel like it's perfect, then it's like, okay, now I can put it out in the world on a wall somewhere. And that's a whole nother level. That's actually way fucking harder. But
Yeah.
yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you for that, bro. And thank you for like doing this interview, like short notice. I just kind of like seen you, and I was thinking to myself, like, I really respect this dude, and I've always wanted to know your history, and I just been kind of going down the line and just interviewing like people that I really highly respect. And every time I seen you, I always had like good vibes with you. So I just wanted to reach out to you and say thank you for sharing this time with me, though, bro. And I hope that I can see you in the future soon. I've been going to Juice, the new one. So I
Okay,
don't
I'm gonna
know.
come.
Is, is it just that you don't have the time, or you just busy with other things?
Yeah, lately it's been kind of crazy. I've been like super busy during the week, and then Saturday's like my day to kind of like reset and catch
Mm,
season up. But I'm gonna get out there, man. I need to come check it out and come see everybody, anyways.
yeah. So let me just ask you, how often do you break, like, let's say like a regular week, like Monday through Friday?
Yeah,
How often do you practice?
man. I would say like right now I teach a lot, so I practice in some of my classes. So I would say I probably get out to an actual practice, whether it's with me and my roommate or with the crew or whatever, like probably about twice a week. And then like
Okay.
4 days a week, I would say I'm teaching class. So within class, I do practice a little bit, but it's not a full out session.
So, man, you teach, where do you teach class at?
Um, I teach at Huston College, LA, in studio. That is a performing arts college right by your neighborhood, actually.
Oh, oh, really?
Yeah.
On what days?
Wednesday and Friday.
Wednesday and Friday. You got to pay to be in the class?
Yeah, well, everybody there is enrolled. They're all college students.
Oh, the college students. Okay.
Matter of fact, I need to start a class that's open for everybody because people have been asking me. But yeah,
Yeah.
that because all of those students are very advanced dancers. They're all people that have been in dance studios since they were kids. So when you show them break moves, they're hella fresh. They learn it like super quick, and then it's like I can't just show them moves. I got to show them whole routines because it's like then they learn everything all at once. It's dope.
Right, right, right. One more question for you, though, Gil, if you don't mind. If you had to pick your favorite graffiti writer of all times, who would it be?
Oh my god, dude.
I have one. I have one.
That there's so many people to pick from,
You
and
know
I think because
who I like,
who
Gil? Mode 2.
ooh, Mode 2 from France, he's nasty, and his style is very
Super ill, bro.
see why you would like him because, yeah, I love it. I
Yeah,
love it, bro. It's like you look at his art and he just illustrated the vibe of a whole party on one page.
exactly.
Hmm.
And everybody's doing something detailed. He got the Kango, he got the girls in the back, he got the DJ, he got the b-boy spinning. He draws everything.
Right.
So do you have a favorite?
Um, yeah, I would say if I had to pick a favorite, my favorite is my homie Beehiver. And that's a person that unfortunately we lost him at a very prime time in his life. He was about 25 years old, but that guy was amazing. And he
Oh, he
had
was?
everything, bro. He had amazing tags, amazing pieces. Even his throw ups and fill ins were on a whole different level artistically. And he was just a positive, like super positive. So for me, that's if you ask me my favorite, that's always going to be my favorite because he was just a very
Okay.
special person, a very big influence on me. That when I think of his style and his art, bro, it just makes me smile. You know what I mean? How freaking amazing he was. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but if I had to pick somebody like who's well known, I would say Cess from New York because Cess is like hit that style is
Really?
yeah.
Seth, what crew does he write for?
Damn, Cess, what crew is he from? I can't remember what crew he's from, but I know that he runs this shop. It's called Tough City Styles. It's in the Bronx. I went
Okay.
there actually.
What? That's tight.
Yeah, yeah. So
Did you like it when you was out in the I think Smirk said CRD. Does that make sense?
sounds like it. I'm not that familiar with New York crews, but
Okay. CES or
how are you
CS. I don't know. Oh,
comments, dude?
you can't see the
Oh,
comments?
now I see him.
Yeah.
He's too sick. Boss became ABC, then became massive. Oh, now I'm seeing. Oh, shout out to my boy Darrow.
Yeah.
Everybody was
Yeah,
amazing.
shout everybody out. I want to shout out my boy Marcos. There's a artist in here. He's from my town, Madera though, bro. Like he draws some ill stuff, bro. I'm gonna show you. He's
Oh,
super ill though, bro. I'm talking about yo. He's like up there, like he can get down like similar to Mo too.
wow, sick.
Yeah, yeah, bro. He's been painting, and he's a b-boy though too. He started off as a popper first,
So,
and then when he met me, he got introduced to breaking, and then he started painting.
dang, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Those are the
So
fun.
yeah, Gil.
Always do stuff nonstop.
What's that?
I said those are the funnest people to hang out with as friends because you can do stuff nonstop. It's like, all right, we just braked. What do you want to do now? All right, let's draw. All right, we just draw. Now, what you want to do now? Oh, let's DJ. Let's play some beats.
And just your history. But yo, okay, I got you back on the camera. Little
Okay.
Rock forever. What's up, Little Rock? Little Rock though, bro. I met Little Rock like back in '96. Crazy.
Crazy.
But Gil, like if you had any advice, like final words, like what advice would you give to somebody watching this today that wants to be involved with hip hop on a positive note? Like what would you share with them?
Man, uh, um, do it for the right reasons. If
Yeah,
you these creative elements of hip hop culture, um, then do it because it makes you happy. Do it because you love it because then you'll always want you never
yeah.
burn out. And if you can always tap in with that love that you have for it and that brings you to a happy place for you to do it, it's good for your health. It's good for your mental health. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
It brings you close to the people around you. It gives you an identity. It gives you self-esteem. It gives you respect. It gives you so much positive as far as like if you're doing it in a healthy way. I mean, like if you love it and it's giving you that when you do it, it makes you feel good. That's what I would say.
Okay. Thank you. Once again, B-Boy Gil, Concrete All Stars. Thank you for everything, brother. And I hope to see you soon.
Definitely. Take
All
care,
right,
Mike.
man. Peace. Thank you.
Up.